In this video, I'm going to be discussing homemade or do-it-yourself IFAKs or individual first aid kits. First, I'm showing you here an actual U.S. Army issue version 1 IFAK. They do issue a version 2 to the troops now. All the items that you see there fit in and on the wrap inside the pouch. And there is a dummy cord that ties the wrap to the pouch, so when you pull the wrap out, you don't lose it. Inside the IFAK, you have a nasopharyngeal airway, also known as an NPA. I include with my actual IFAKs a packet of medical grade lubricating jelly to make it easier for putting the NPA inside the casualty's nostril. If you do not have the lubricating jelly, you need to use the casualty's blood. I also have a tampon in here. The story on those, one of the convoys in Iraq that was ambushed, one of the gunners was hit. He fell down inside the gun truck. It was arterial spray because the bullet had punctured the artery. A female soldier inside the truck, she must have been menstruating at the time. She had a tampon in her pocket. And as soon as she seen the blood spraying out of the wound, she grabbed the tampon, she shoved it in the wound. Tampons are designed to swell as they get saturated and close off blood loss. It saved the soldier's life. He would have died otherwise. Since that event, the medics in our unit started issuing us tampons to put inside the IFAKs. We also have here a pair of rubber gloves which are inside a baggie, a roll of medical tape, medical shears, a packet of compressed rolled gauze. This is 4.5 inches by 4 yards long. There's a combat application tourniquet, also known as a CAT. There's a quick clot dressing, also known as combat gauze, and a compression dressing. Now, when you're making your own IFAK, you want to basically duplicate the capabilities of an actual IFAK. And this is a version I came up with that's fairly cheap. I start with the Vietnam era first aid kit, the pouch, and the hard shell case. Inside, I have a pair of rubber gloves and a sandwich baggie. This baggie folds up and it does fit in the lid of the hard shell case. There is a roll of cloth medical tape. Do not get the paper. The paper, I have been told, starts to disintegrate when it comes in contact with blood. I also have here a cravat, also known as a muslin bandage. This is a huge piece of triangular material. It can be used to make a tourniquet and also used to make slings. That's a cravat that's folded up. You can see the triangular point on one of the corners. I also have here tampon, a field dressing, and that's a field dressing up there that I use for training. You can see what's supposed to be the sterile side of the dressing that goes towards the wound and the tails that get wrapped around. We have medical shears, a piece of 4x4 surgical gauze. The reason I include these gauze pads inside the homemade IFAKs and at my actual IFAK is I was told by medics that burns need to breathe in order to dry out and heal properly and prevent infection. So I included these pads for going over burns, and then you roll the gauze over the top to hold this into place. That way you save your dressing for actual, bullet wounds and shrapnel injuries. Now inside this IFAK here, I also have two types of rolled gauze. This one's roughly 3 inches by I think it's 5 or 6 yards long. I don't remember. I got a whole box of those at home. And another batch of gauze I got a hold of here pretty cheap. This is 2 inches by 6 yards long. This is folded up inside the pouch. Now, the homemade IFAK does not cost nearly as much as the actual IFAKs. That particular one, I think I spent 25 bucks on to get, and it was not complete. Complete IFAKs I have seen online selling for over $40 a piece, and that's on the cheap side. This one probably altogether cost me about half that. The items will be cheaper if you buy in bulk. So if you can buy a lot of 10, 20, or 50 or whatever of the items, get it, because you should always have spares to restock your IFAKs anyway after they've been used. So get extra field dressings, cravats, gauze pads, rolls of gauze, tampons, and rubber gloves, and medical tape. Have spares on hand. Now, everyone should have an IFAK on their gear that they can reach for when they get injured. The homemade ones are easy to put together, as you see here. All that does fit inside the plastic case. If you can fit a second field dressing in there, go ahead and do it. There's nothing says you shouldn't have as much as you can fit in there. Now, hopefully I'm getting you thinking, and you're evaluating your capabilities and how you can improve. That's the whole purpose of these videos, is to get you thinking. Now, for all my engineer brothers in the Militia and Patriot movement, always remember, essay on.